All right. Let's begin. Thank you all for joining me today. We're going to spread the good word of Guilty Gear a little bit more today. And the matchup we have is Haaken playing Soul versus Ogawa playing Zato. This particular match comes on the heels of what we looked at last week, which was Omito playing Johnny versus Ogawa playing Zato. The characters did not change too much from the current version of the game to this version of the game. They're both basically just playing Legacy Guilty Gear with the Xrd system mechanics. And as we've seen previously, and Haaken has done a very good job showing this off, Soul is the kind of character who excels in long sets and is just extremely well-rounded just because he can play very compact, or he can play in a way that is extending towards his opponent and trying to do a lot of stuff. And Zato is traditionally a little bit more one-dimensional, where he has to loot the screen with drills and summon Eddie to control the space. And he just kind of has to do that, because attempting to box, so to speak, against Soul's normals is a terrible idea. You will basically just lose every interaction as Zato, unless you use a very small number of normals like 2p, 5p, honestly not even 2p, I'd say like 5p, 2k, 2s, asterisk, 2s is a giant hurt box, and like maybe 2d. His H buttons are like not amazing at poking against Soul, I think. Even at round start, where Zato 5H is actually a pretty good, big, disjointed multi-hit move, I'm pretty sure Soul can do something like 6p or like dash 2d to go underneath it. Or Soul can always just check you with far slash, because his far slash is 7 frames, which is significantly faster than most of Zato's options there. There we are. They're finally learning how to shake hands like adults. Never let it be said that Guilty Gear makes you good at having social skills. Oh, Ogawa being a filthy rock thrower? He's my goat. He truly is my goat, for real. Haaken being an enlightened paper pusher? I have to respect it. I have to respect it. I'd also like to, actually, you know, before we get too much, or before we get started too quickly, I have a question for you guys, which is, how do you guys hear about this stream starting? I'm fast forwarding. I'll mute it and then go forward. Do you hear about it starting from like YouTube notifications, or from me on Blue Sky, or from me like posting YouTube posts, or what? Because I'm curious to know what the ideal way to get viewers in and to actually let people know that it's happening is. Okay. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. No, not waste any more preamble. Haaken on player 1 side, Ogawa on player 2 side. Ogawa switching colors, actually. Yeah, Shigam, I have an alarm set because I only get a notification sometimes. Yes, true. You know, that's a good point, actually. I should probably just put out as many notifications as possible, because who knows what actually goes through to people. Alright. Yeah, so Ogawa with already some nice corner control here, pushing the high-low, comboing into dust. Eddie is going to die there, so Haaken has to deal with only minor pressure on wake up. Nice blitz. Ooh. Hang on, I want to see if Haaken did the big boy combo off of that wild throw. So here, what I'm looking for is, okay, yeah, he did. Yeah, so he does like, oh, that's 1 frame. He's dashing for exactly 1 frame. And he gets that momentum off of it, combos into Fafnir. Perhaps the greatest crime that Strive ever inflicted on people was allowing Soul players to care even less about the combos they deal, because Wild Throw no longer enables a full combo. That was a sick burst bait from Haaken earlier, just now, by the way. Zach Pascal, I know what time to expect. Check YouTube notifications to be sure. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. I've just got to get in the habit of spamming all kinds of services with all kinds of information about me at all times. By the way, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and yeah, I guess you're already subscribed. Make sure you like the stream and leave a comment. It helps. Oh yeah, he got cupping, and this is what happens to you.
Just a little bit. Reason why is because Zato received some nerfs in particular, frame advantage, frame disadvantage on a couple normals and specials that make it a little bit more difficult.
Fu Manchu, I got you. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Oh, also, one thing that to point out is that when Soul is doing combos to Zato, Zato is on paper not one of the lowest life characters in the game. He is... It's like he has this unfortunate combination of having a slightly above average defense modifier, or like slightly worse than average. I think he has like 1.09, like he takes 9% extra damage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it does add up, because he actually has the worst guts. And for comparison, I think Raven has like 1.11 defense, so he takes 111% damage, but he has 5 guts, which is his own category of it. So just like Raven's front half of his life bar evaporates, and then the back half is like 3 life bars. Whereas with Zato, it's like it just keeps evaporating and it never really hardens up, so to speak. That's a classic. This is a beautiful example of. So I mean, you're gonna see what that life bar looks like, right? Like, see, Ogawa's gonna get hit here. He's just in guts now. Guts is just beginning to occur. So he should be taking a little less damage from this combo, but it's still going to hurt. And Haaken is doing something that's very advanced, which is mindlessly sending Fafnir when you think your opponent is going to do something. There's a reason for this, which is that in this trade you're about to see here, Soul actually gets out of the hit stop of Fafnir before Zato does. Normally they exit it at the same time. You can see Soul's like actionable before Zato is. That means that Soul actually gets to be more plus. And in this case it doesn't matter, because normal hit, counter hit, whatever would all lead to the same combo, because Zato is so close to the corner. But it's like combo video stuff where you intentionally get hit or you intentionally trade so that, oh man, so that you have more frame advantage. And that's a fairly common thing in this game. Fuck was that? Would he RRC fucking wild stop, riot stomp? Air backdash. RRC air backdash. Love it. Right, of course, it's not riot stomp. It can't be riot stomp in the air. That's a different move. It's called Kuda Kero. It's one of Soul's dive kicks. Oh, take the bullet. Yeah, and that's what happens when Soul gets hit airborne in this matchup, is he just gets to escape. No big deal. Majin Obama is describing Haaken talking about Ogawa's mindset, and he said that according to Haaken, Ogawa puts in an enormous amount of effort, and that's definitely true. This is a classic, like, old school fighting game designed for Guilty Gear. Like, Xrd was designed like an old school fighting game, and Zato is like that character who's like the high execution, fucked up set play character. So if you want to be set playing people to death, then you pick him. Oh god. But it still can't make Burst Super. He's actually dead, I think. Yeah. round was, I think that was 2 interactions. Was that actually 2 interactions? Round start 5H from both people. Soul wins that because of course he does. Soul 5H actually one of his more fucked up buttons. Okay, yeah, so it's like 2.5 interactions. So Ogawa loses this round because he bursts preemptively. I guess he expected Haaken to do jump D. To go into a dust loop, Haaken does a standard air combo with jump H, which is completely burst safe because it has 0 frames of recovery. And he gets to cash in the burst. And you can see the second half of Zato's life bar just evaporates. Like, there's nothing there. And most characters in this game have a very durable second half of their life bar, so not having that is a huge, huge factor.
For example, Zato 2K, Zato Sweet, he has very good buttons to stop that running. He has very good anti-air buttons as well. They're a little bit slow, but he's going to get decent return off of them. Soul, and you know, on the other side, he's going to get big return for any buttons he lands. Counter hit 6B, counter hit 6H, counter hit 2D, bringer. All these kinds of buttons are going to do what he can. Every match.
All right, there we go. Ogawa was taking a moment to compose himself between each game, which is nice, but oh, raw dust in the middle of the screen. I actually have no idea what Zato's dust up combo or up dust combos do, or what they look like. I've only ever seen this character do side dust combos. I think in all the time I've been watching Xrd, I've seen Zato do an up dust combo like once. Here's a question for you guys. Zato is doing drill RRC here. Hypothetically, if this game ever got another balance patch and they like wanted to, you know, buff the low tiers and nerf the top tiers, do you think it would be acceptable to give Zato drill YRC? And of course, the drill would like turn into a mid projectile, not a low. But I don't think it would actually be like that fucked up in the grand scheme of things. That was a nice usage of, I want to call it Eddie Break the Law, to go through the gunflame. That was really nice. Hard to blockable? Yeah. See, it's not like a true blue unblockable every time. You do sometimes get to slop your way through it like Haaken just did. You know something that surprised me about playing like regular ass Zato players compared to like the best players in the country, or the best player in the country whom I used to play a lot, is that they will actually just do Shadow Gallery or Break the Law like that, and they will just like attempt to get through it without spending meter. And sometimes it does work out for them. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, Mashugami, it'd probably be fine. Really annoying though. Well, I mean, yeah, that's this game. There's a lot of shit in this game that's fine, but really annoying. Oh, he actually came down onto the Gunflame. That's a disaster. So Gunflame is actually one of Soul's best starters because it has no starter scaling. Fafnir actually does, I believe. I think it has starting scaling of like 80%, so it's not like a ton, but it's meaningful. Gunflame is just like you're doing full damage with every hit. My god, what an air throw. Take the bullet. Oh, this is just a combo to waste time. Okay. The buzzsaw loops are so cool. The story of this set so far has just been Ogawa bursting at the exact wrong time. Like, he's playing the neutral pretty well. He's not dying on defense. Zach Pascal, yeah, probably wouldn't be enough to overcome his shortcomings. Yeah, I haven't like I haven't publicized this or popularized this yet. Publicized this. Because I haven't like finished my thoughts on it, but I do think that this game, I mean, the game's like perfect, right? Like it's about as good as it can be. I'm fine with most of it, but if it does ever get like a final like updated version, I think there could be like some very small changes made, like small buffs to the lower tiers and like small nerfs to the top tiers. I've put together like a list of it, but I realized about halfway through that I was just writing like paragraphs about how much I fucking hate Melia and May and Baiken and Johnny. So like, there are definitely some changes you can make, but a lot of like, I don't trust like modern Arc System Works to patch this game, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's kind of a miracle that it's as playable as it is. Because I only got the Arc System Works patch experience for like 3 patches of this game, which was like like the tail end of Revelator getting patched, and then Rev 2.0 and 2.1. I've seen horrible things from BlazBlue players talking about their game getting patched, and Grand Blue players, and Strive players. But I kind of just like, you know, it's fine. Just leave it the way that it is. I do love Soul's combo flow in this game. Like, this is by far the most like complete combo character or complete combo theory that Soul has in any Guilty Gear game, and I like it. That is a very smart thing to do. So okay, Haaken gets hit here, not terribly smart. Jumps forward, instant blocks the drill, because you don't have to block the drill low when you're airborne, and then he air dashes forward. This looks like a monkey thing, but this is very smart actually. You should always be willing to press the advantage. Yeah, take the bullet. Okay. You know, as Zato, that looks like a shitty punish, but you took Soul's burst, so you're fine. I like how there's like a 2-layer to punishes in this game, where sometimes you get the hit and you get like a full combo, whereas sometimes you get the hit and you force out the burst, and it's like, sure, that's fine. Because that interaction where Zato flew up and did jump P was almost really good in Zato's favor, and Soul wouldn't have been able to burst any of the set play afterwards. But how do you navigate this kind of situation? Like, it's so dangerous whenever Soul is on the screen. Oh my god, Eddie's dead, you're half a character, you got air thrown. That was like a fucked up kind of feint. Like, look at this. Not like a feint, but like, look at this. That's not an overhead. I hate that. This is my favorite kind of Oki, by the way. Shit like this, where it looks like you're going to hit one way, but then you ignore hit stop, so you mix him. He probably can fuzzy this. He probably was trying to fuzzy that, but the move didn't even connect. I love being able to do shit like that. Haaken throwing his hands up like, ah. Oh, did he mean to do that? Was that an accidental little mistake into miracles kind of situation? Who knows? Oh, Ogawa color counter picking. Interesting. And this is like, this is the kind of thing that comes out a lot in long sets, and this is why like Zato is like not a very good character. I don't think that Ogawa was really doing a lot of stuff wrong there. Like, you know, he's had bad bursts, but he's also had his bursts connect, so it's okay. Like, he's punishing DPs, he's getting Haaken to actually commit to DPs, and yet 4-0, right? These feel like incredibly even games, and yet 4-0. Oh yeah, take the bullet, and you actually get to trap soul and hit stop. Hit stop manipulation is one of my favorite mechanics in any fighting game. Raven actually gets something similar here, where you can stance soul doing Fafnir, and you can actually recover from the stance and get like a 2H counter hit punish into something. And if you have enough meter, you can actually activate gold instant kill and then instant kill him for connecting with Fafnir on armor stance. And I love stuff like that in fighting games because it really truly is a kind of mechanic that you don't get in any other genre. Oh no. Yeah, Ogawa being patient and disciplined and taking the guaranteed burst spot after he's already lost like 40%. Yeah, Mashigam, the glee I felt as a wee lad learning to whiff jump-ins to go low. Yeah, it's part of my favorite thing. One of my favorite things. And it's even fun, it's even more fun doing it with like safe jump timing anyway, because then you can like commit to the startup of the animation and just get that little visual noise in there. Oof. Yeah, it's so rough trying to deal with that offense from Soul. Like I didn't realize just how easy it was to make Gunflame plus. Gunflame is like safe even if it connects like point blank, and it's like plus if it connects even like halfway through the like meaningfully plus, like 5 or 6 if it connects like halfway through the first pillar, or like the second pillar, I mean. That was a missed input from Ogawa. Another one. That's another thing that's actually pretty awkward about this matchup. Gunflame goes along the ground. It's actually really annoying for Eddie to maneuver the shadow around without getting clipped by Gunflame and just getting downgraded. Oh no, that's more hit stop shenanigans enabling 6H into Gunflame into Bandit Bringer. A normal hit even. Oh man. He's not gonna get stunned by at the end of this, but it's like guess for game. Nice fucking backdash. Take the bullet. Oh no. I would like to look at Soul jumping around here at the end, because this is the kind of thing that separates good Guilty Gear players from people who are merely piloting their characters in the game. So Haaken does the respectful thing, blocks, backdashes, gets hit in the air, takes no Oki. Ogawa, I think he would have had to confirm into Executioner early in the combo. So Haaken techs back to the ground, fuzzy jumps upward and forward. Regular... Oh, that was a dive kick YRC. Okay, that's why he got to autocorrect. Yeah, and then he just comes down. That was like so much whiffing from Ogawa. So many whiff moves from Zato. And Soul just gets to come down on your head. Take that easy-ass throw. And it's like, that felt winnable. Like, that felt winnable. It's just, Haaken is only controlling one character. Ogawa has to control two. Yamashigam, MOBAs have some strange interactions like that. Oh, yeah. With, like, hit stop and stuff. One thing I think that one thing that I believe a lot of games should lean more towards is having, like, tons of, like, weird little interactions that don't necessarily make a lot of sense, just for the sake of giving the characters flavor. Like, my mental image of whatever Dota is severely out of date, because, like, I don't play Dota because I respect myself. But a character like Invoker, he's a really cool idea. He's basically building your own spells. You have, like, 3 elements, and you can mix and match them. There's a character like that in fucking BlazBlue. 9 is like that. And so, to me, a character like that, apparently in the early years of the game, used to be like just the top tier. I guess he was like the high execution top tier character of Dota. And I think it's kind of fine for that to be for that to exist, because it encourages people to see what interactions happen and figure out how they can actually fight Invoker, or the character, and as it may be. Actually, hey, hang on. I think we just got a really good example of why 2K is a good normal from Zato. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is Zato sticking his foot into Gunflame. Look at that. He's like 2 frames away from getting counter hit launched by it, and it just doesn't happen. Very nice. I think Zato 2K does actually have like a small hurt box on the extended foot, but it disappears pretty quickly. Nice. Nice fucking round from Ogawa. Yeah. Oh, you get counter hit? Just mash DP. There's 2K being a god normal again. Like a lot of Zato's ground game is centralized around like 4 normals, but like there's a reason for that. Oh god. Gunflame feint to wait out the timing. Yeah, there we are. And it's like it's Ogawa wins, and it's this like blood from a stone kind of round. Haaken wins, and it's just like 2 giant gas combos that are so fucking dangerous. Yeah, and Haaken's been representing Wake Up DP every time because he knows that he doesn't have a lot to fear. So Ogawa does Oki in the middle of the screen that is safe to Wake Up DP, or that doesn't have Eddie deleted. Because he gets a little greedy. He wants like better Oki, so Haaken just gets to jump back, and then we had all this Oki that happened in the corner because of that interaction. Oh my god. I love when Zato just hangs out and break the law in front of your face. Look at this. We get to hit and he's like, drill, drill, waste time, wait for Eddie. Just break the law, and then Eddie is like playing the mental footsies game for you. Like, oh, attack the ground. Oh fuck, attack the whatever, shit, fuck. Dot, and he's dead. Shadow Vincent, I have always wondered what the practicality of Gunflame feint is. Mostly it is just a gimmick. It's like visual noise, right? Like you do 5H Gunflame feint or 6H Gunflame feint instead of Gunflame. And it enables, if you're like autopiloting 5H Gunflame and people are jumping over it. Pardon me. If you're piloting it and people are jumping over it, then you can recover in time to anti-air them. So that's like the intended use of it. It also helps to just be a frame kill, or it helps be a frame kill to wait out like Roman cancel slowdown or other things. In Strive, I've seen people use it to build a tiny little sliver of meter during wall break combos. Okay, are you still here? Was that just, I think that was just my internet conking out. I think the stream is still going. Okay. Still here, Shadow Vincent, that's good. Okay. I'll go back about 20 seconds just to make sure that we're, I'll go back to the beginning of the round just to make sure that nobody lost all that. Yeah, so take the bullet. That is one evolution from Xrd, or from like Legacy Gear to Strive, that I think is cool. They gave Zato like a dedicated way to have Eddie tank a hit for him. Nice. Single hit confirmed. Nerd Burst? Nerd Burst. It costs you your entire burst gauge, but you do get a punish. Sadly, yeah, sadly this happens to you. Alright, cool. So now Ogawa gets to return to this distance where he has a lot of space to work around. Nobiru tanking the hit from Soul 5H, enabling a far S punish. Fly, yeah. And that's another thing that Zato gets to do. He just flies away and wastes time. Oh wow, I'm astonished that Break the Law wasn't punished. But never mind. That's a pure mental call out. Ogawa's like when Ogawa is stable, he's playing very defensively. And that moment was him committing to break the law for like 2 seconds and then just trying to escape it. So Haaken knew that he was gonna, oh my god, he was gonna want to block. So therefore, wild throw. Yeah, okay, you're just dead here. OTG, yeah, okay. I would like to go back to this pressure sequence in the corner because I think it's really cool from Haaken. I'm gonna slow that down. Do the old just frame breakdown. Okay, so he gets Bandit Revolver knockdown, pretty simple. Gives you a safe jump. And I think he's doing a hit stop OS here, where he gets 2D to come out, or maybe he's just doing it low. It's either a regular high low, or he's doing a hit stop OS. He goes for an air throw, very low altitude air throw, Guilty Gear Classic. Another one, yeah, okay. So like I guess that's an OS, and he's just like trying to single hit confirm each time. DP secures the knockdown. This time Ogawa actually blocks it, but he didn't get. Did he get counter hit? What on earth was he getting counter hit by? Briefly, sorry, I have to turn my CPU into a jet engine to go backwards. Oh, because he was mashing 2K. Makes sense. Makes sense. Hard burst bait, and then he decides that Ogawa's not going to burst, so he goes into the. So Haaken goes into the dust combo, which does enable a burst. I would have loved, like, I'm a sicko. I'm such a sicko. I would have loved to see Haaken do like 2H and then go into the jump H, like burst safe route, just for more mental damage against his poor old Zato player. You know, also at the beginning of this, I think Ogawa took a long time to get his bearings when he was waiting out the character select screen. But now I realize that it is just Haaken waiting out 30 seconds every time because he wants to go from 99 to 69. I don't have time for that. Oh, look at all those grounded footsies. Never mind. DP, sorry. Okay, ground footsies. Never mind. Puppet, never mind. Majin Obama points out that Haaken is using particular Gatling combinations to deal with both Zato and the Shadow. And that's a good thing to point out because that's one of the nice things about freeform Gatlings is they enable you to target different areas of the screen in a very fluid way. And that's kind of what I love about this game is that you can target, like you can just, it's like reaching into a toolbox, like that, right? Like that far S2S thing. Not every hit needs to lead to a combo. Oh, okay. Weird side swap. That's fine. Shadow Vincent, is he doing that to get into Ogawa's head, or is he just silly? Sorry, do you mean like choosing different Gatlings, or what specifically? Oh, about the waiting character select. I think that's just I think he's doing a little bit to get into Ogawa's head, and a little bit just to be silly. Haaken is just that kind of guy. Honestly, he enjoys doing that kind of stuff. And you can see he's very comfortable. One thing that can never be said about Haaken is that he gets into his own head. I don't think he ever does that, because every time he plays a game, win or lose, he's going to take a drag of that cigarette, he's going to hover over Soul on the character select screen, going to tap it around in the ashtray, and it's just this little meditative ritual. That's something that Nage actually did a ton when he was like the best player in the world at this game. Nage had this ritual about all of the little ways that he would prepare himself to physically sit at the arcade cabinet and get into the proper mindset to play a first to 10. Because basically the way that he looked at it was, if you can get to 8 games, then you're playing a first to 2. And playing a first to 2 with a character like Faust is really good. So the entire preamble to that is just surviving the first 7 games without giving into your own patterns, which, as you can see, Haaken's been doing a pretty good job of. And part of the way that Nage would do that is he had these little sugar candies that he would eat that he would not even like move around in his mouth, because he didn't even want to spend the mental energy like chewing or moving his tongue around. So he would just have these little sugar candies that would melt in his mouth, and they would like stimulate him and keep him focused, but he wouldn't have to chew them. And he would have like one of those for each game, and that would help him like focus himself. And as somebody who used to do something like that for Magic the Gathering events, I can tell you that it does work, and that I think it's an underappreciated part of preparing for competition. I used to get the mintiest dentine gum that I possibly could, and I would take the hit of menthol, and I would help that like keep me focused when I was about to play like a 7-hour Magic the Gathering tournament. That's another prime example of why Zato has to work so hard in this matchup. It's like, that was a Zato round where he was like comfortably in control, and Soul still got to scramble like 5 times, and you burst bad once. That actually would have connected if the Bandit Bringer had been closer, but because Ogawa did not realize that Bandit Bringer was going to connect weird, he's now dead. And you're not bursting out of, you're not mashing out of that. Oh my god, counter hits? It is possible to stun Soul, although you'd have to do more than a bunch of 2p hits in order to do it. Oh, that wasn't even a hard to blockable. That was just a blockable. That's another thing I glossed over it earlier because I was talking about other stuff, but like, Haaken is a mashing demon. He got able to mash out of stun earlier, and that let him RPS a little bit on defense. So Ogawa there didn't even bother trying to like get a good ass combo. He just tried to set up the drill to go for the unblockable. Unfortunately, it was like 2 pixels in front of Soul's feet, so it did not work out. And here's Haaken's little ritual. Take a drag of the cigarette, put the cigarette down, take a little sip of water, think, why did I lose? In fact, I'm going to take a little sip of water. I'm really happy that I figured out how to make my microphone work properly, by the way. I'm really, really happy with that. If you guys actually got to hear me like glugging down water, that would suck. Like, I wouldn't even be able to do these streams. Oh, yeah, so I guess Haaken is just doing jump S2D as like a hit stop option, or like his basic like high-low option. Nice wild throw. And again, hey, I want to show off. He's doing the big boy combo. It's like 1, Yeah, wow, that's like consistently like the second time he did exactly one frame of a run into the jump momentum jump D. That's really cool. No other fighting game carries momentum from a run like that, by the way. Like, I guess technically BlazBlue kind of does, because BlazBlue has Guilty Gear's physics system, but every other part of the physics behaves differently. Yeah, take the bullet and you get the knockdown. Oh my god, you actually got like a 5-hit combo, and it worked as Zato? That's crazy. Nice backdash. Nice fucking drunkard shade to reflect gunflame. That's almost never relevant and almost never like good, but it's pretty funny. Yeah. So Ogawa was just a little bit late setting up the good Oki there, so Haaken just decided to backdash and he got out for free. Oh yeah, and even if he had blocked that drill and not died, I think Eddie could have... Oh, sorry, Eddie was at Zato's feet. He couldn't have been maneuvering forward. Yeah, okay, burst on the 5D, makes sense. Oh no, mashing. Yeah, that was a very late burst from Ogawa, but it did work out, so good for him. Dead angle actually connects. Zato's dead angle is weird because he uses his 2H animation. So it's great vertically, but it's like kind of dog shit in every other aspect. Yep, sit down. It's actually considerably minus for Zato because it was low to the ground. Dead man's hand? What? Wait, hang on. Was that another hit stop moment? I need to check. I need to check once the round ends. Oh my god, Haaken, why are you so good at staying alive? Why are you so cool? Oh no. Abdullah, you die here if he doesn't drop it. Okay, makes sense. And then the drill into summon show. Very nice. That's... Oh man. I'm worked up with my heart rate elevated just watching this stuff happen. I can't imagine playing it. $69 every time. Thank you very much, Haaken. So, Ogawa has... I think he's won 2 games in a row now. And they were both nail biters, but, you know, all the games he lost were nail biters, so maybe he's figured out a way to bite his nails a little more effectively. That was also a decision on his part when he... Sorry, hang on. When he gets this counter hit 2H here, Zato 2H tends to trade a lot, and so you have to make this kind of educated decision about whether or not you want to do a jump combo and send your opponent away and go back to zoning, or do set play. Ogawa did not drop that combo, he simply chose to take the knockdown. I think he's realized that, like, doing the set play against Soul is, like, a good thing to do, just because, like, it forces him on defense, and Soul is a very hard character to contain. Oh yeah, Deadman's Hand YRC at the very end of that damned fang, so that he could regain the Eddy gauge. Nobiru. Nobiru actually like surprisingly good as a frame trap option. Out of Vincent, the amount of stress you get when your opponent needs like one more hit and not messing up is insane. Yes. Playing in a scramble like that is its own type of skill. And the scrambles feel different in every game too. And see, like, the Zato set play is good. What do I even need to say? Like, it's fucking Zato set play. Like, you have to block, you have to do educated fuzzies. There's a lot of risk mitigation involved in the guessing. So, like, when you get to run it, it's good. You know, Ogawa realized that he was just being too respectful. And now he's color counterpicking back to the tan Zato. And they're both waiting out the timer this time. Okay, there we go. Now this is a more respectable score. 4-7. It's like a 3-game gap. That's fine. Take the bullet. 6p. Nice. Zato 6p is a button that Zato players will tell you is not very good. And it's not like what you'd want it to be, but it is a useful button. Same thing with Zato 2s. You see Zato 2s have that happen, and you think it must be like a dog shit ass button, but it actually, you know, just have to use it other places. Haaken optimizing his combo there to do the fewest number of hits after the blitz stun, so that Ogawa gets the least chance possible to build back burst. Unblockable? Hard to block. Sorry, hard to blockable. Is it actually gonna... Nah, he blocked it. He blocked the hard to blockable. No. Oh, nice. Soul getting stunned? Wow. Ogawa playing like a new man. Oh my god, he canceled into DP. He hit confirmed off of the shadow. And he didn't realize that he hit confirmed off the shadow instead of Zato. Nice air throw. Oh god, Dust. Hey, you're dead here, sorry. That felt like a much... That still felt like a very well-needed series of games for Ogawa, though. Like, you get hit at the end there and you die there, that's fine, whatever. Now Ogawa might... Yeah, see? His body language very different from Haaken's, and I think it has been throughout the set. Haaken's like, cool, calculated, icy. Ogawa's like, why did I get hit there? What's going on with that? Should I check my notes? Am I being too predictable? Again, I will always tell you, Ogawa has notes on his phone, and they're not notes for his opponents. They're notes for him. They're notes about his own habits. That's how much this guy cares about it. So, Haaken's playing a first to 2. Ogawa's playing a first to 6. Kind of rough. Kind of rough. But we'll see if he can make another 3-game win streak out of this, and that would be a very good way for him to get back into it. Yeah. Trade Eddie for the knockdown. Pressure's not terribly scary. Haaken comfortable just farming instant blocks. He knows that he doesn't really have to worry about a lot from Zato without the shadow. See, like, God, 5H RC drill for a shitty knockdown is such a bad feeling RC. And then it's right back into this. Okay. Alright, finally. Phew. Oh no, he dropped it. He dropped that combo that he was so crazy consistent about earlier. Whatever, he got a Fafnir. It's all good. Gold Burst is safe to anything that's not a grab, so depending on the timing, it can work out to be safer than trying to Blue Burst like that. Oh, that's going to be the end of the round. I'm also going to highlight again the difference in effective health between these two characters. That first third of Zato's health bar is more health proportional to his health pool than the first third, or the equivalent percentage out of Soul's health bar. Oh, that's like the second or third time we've seen Gunflame trade, or like go through something like that and end up clipping Zato 2S. Amorphous? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're dead, sorry. Oh my god. This is Guilty Gear. We combo off of DPs here. Look at this. Look at how high up Ogawa is. But it's a counter hit, so he goes all the way to the ground. Oh my god. That is one of my most favorite things about this game, though. You can combo off of fucking anything. It's so freeform, it doesn't care. I was informed recently, or I learned recently, that in Street Fighter 6, part of the reason that game feels kind of like heavy and slow is that a lot of moves that send you upwards have specific juggle properties that happen on different parts of the move's active frames. So if Ryu or Ken is, and maybe not Ken, but if Ryu is doing like a light Shoryuken and he hits you on the ground, like grounded, you'll get popped up a little bit. And if you jump into the top of Ryu's light Shoryuken, you won't go, it's not just the same arc that's applied to you in the air, so you actually get popped up much less. So that the advantage after the light Shoryuken is about the same, and so that he can't combo off of it meterlessly. To be fair, after playing Xrd, any Street Fighter feels heavy and slow. That is true, but Street Fighter 6 is, like, I think it generally succeeds at being a game that is fun despite being heavy and slow. Because it encourages you to, like, actually commit to, like, one individual move and, like, think about what's happening. But it's just frustrating because, like, you want to do something fun, but, like, no. You have to use the drive gauge, you have to do this other thing. And a revolver, kind of a weird example of a move that just gets like more plus the higher your air combo is. Oh, okay, not quite. You can also sort of see the body language of Haaken's character evolving over the course of this set. At the beginning, he was like very active and constantly moving around, and in the last round, there were a couple spots, and sort of like there, where he had the drill near him, and he was not like immediately moving. He was sort of just like a little starstruck, and he wasn't instantly aware of what he should do to get around the drill or to interact with Zato on the other side of it. Okay, he instant blocked like 7 times there. You actually have to kill him here. Nice. Nice.
9-5 still Haaken advantage.
Hawkins playing a first to 1, but Ogawa's playing a first to 5. He's bringing it back. He just needs to win 4 games and then not lose.
Co-op Cup going on. Got a lot of good fighting games going on this weekend. Appreciate y'all coming through.
All right, cool. Oh, sorry. Hang on. I want to see that combo. That ended in a mid-screen shadow gallery? I want to see that. Sorry. That's cool. Oh, for a knockdown? That's sweet. Why don't I ever see people do that? I guess because the range is like kind of finicky. Makes sense. Oh no. Yeah, I should also point out Hawken's been doing a lot of like super jump instant air dash to combo off of normal hit 5H. Don't show the progress bar. This is as small as the progress bar can be. It's as small as the progress bar can be. Hey, regardless of whatever happens, there's always like a fair amount of time afterwards where the people talk and there's a bit of dead air. So it's not a total spoiler. Alright, this is looking like a pretty good spot for Ogawa. Haaken with no burst. He's in the corner. He's blocking this shit. Yes. No Eddie, but that's okay. Good burst from, or sorry, good fuzzy defense from Ogawa there. How's he gonna burst? Okay, that was dangerous, but it worked out. Oh, air throw. Oh, 5K. Oh god. Oh no, that was actually the most like dangerous thing that Ogawa could have had happen. Yeah. Because he has no burst now. He's not going to build burst by the time he gets mixed off of a big hit here. Yeah. Oh god. Ah. Yep. Yep. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just get mixed. It's like this round. The story of this round, Soul 5K is a broken normal. This is actually, I hate Soul 5K more than like most of his normals because it's so fucking free. And it's like full combo. All right, Vincent, da da da. Yeah, all right. I appreciate you coming in, Vitz. Thanks. Like, let's just get that nice old replay of the last round. And this Ogawa fuzzy blocked twice. Like this is clinical set play from Haaken here. Hang on, I'd really sorry. I'm gonna go around a little bit. I just want to focus on exactly the interactions that happen. Okay, so he gets the knockdown here, and then it's safe jump, tick throw. That would lose to fuzzy jumping from Zato on defense, or yeah, fuzzy jumping. Then Ogawa tries to fuzzy jump or like fuzzy the high-low because he's worried about like the nuanced high-low mix-up. Haaken just goes for air dash, which is a delay timing that beats the fuzzy. He takes the burst because he knows that Ogawa has to burst there, and then he just kills him. This is how you run set play with a character who doesn't have a projectile and a puppet. could be even more free because this 5K is 5 frames in this version. It used to be 3 frames. He had plus R 5K for most of Xr's history. That's correct, yes. Yes, it's funny that they changed the frame data from 3 frames to 5 frames on the first hit, but that also had a more of a ripple effect on how the active frames are structured, actually. Because it used to be that 3 frames was the close hit, and then 5 frames was the anti-air hit, and now it's 5 frames for the close hit, and I think 6 or 7 for the anti-air hit. And it's still fucked up and crazy good. People talk about Raven 5K as an anti-air, but it actually sucks as an anti-air. I want Soul 5K as an anti-air. Anyway, yeah, that was... So the final score there was like 10-5. That was a... I hate to say this. That was a close 10-5. The first 4 games of that could have been taken by either player. And it is a testament to Haaken's ability to remain cool under pressure and to the way that Soul gets to play this matchup, that he was able to emerge basically unscathed for like the first half of this, of the set, because that gave him an enormous mental advantage going forward. And you could see Ogawa begin to batten down his bad tendencies and like play more comfortably, but it's very difficult because Soul is made of spikes and you have to handle him very carefully. By the way, do you have a Discord server? No, I don't. I probably never will. I fucking hate managing Discord servers. I hate Discord, honestly. If I ever set up anything like that, it'd fucking probably be like a forum or something. Like, I'm old-fashioned. If you would like to contact me on Discord, you can use that username in the chat. I'm not going to say it, because I don't want people to know. Because I hate Discord. I hate the people on Discord. I hate Discord users. I hate Discord mods. I hate Discord admins. I hate Discord... Hey, you want to see something? Want to see something really funny? Hang on, I'm opening a file. It's in a crusty old part of my hard drive. It takes a moment to open. You want to see? Yeah? There's nothing explicit on this. This isn't against the terms of service. You want to know who's making Discord? People like that are making Discord. Why do you think I hate it so much? God. Anyway. It's all good. That picture's old too. That picture's from like 2017. Whatever. It's almost as old as these videos. You mean the cub abusers? I know. Yeah, no, you're aware. You're aware. You're good. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but yes. Shit like that. Anyway, that was Soul versus Zato. Haaken versus Ogawa. 2 of the best to ever do it. Next up, we are going to have Ino versus Elfelt. That'll be next week's on the docket. So, I'll leave it there. I will leave you with this lovely Y2K sort of crystal background image. Yeah, so Ino versus Elfelt. Yeah, that's a fun matchup for us to watch, at least, because no matter who wins, we get to see somebody lose. And I'm happy when both of those characters lose, so it's pretty good for me. But you're also going to get to see basically like the legacy Guilty Gear skill set from Turio playing Ino versus the Fumo Elfelt, who's like more of a newer school like BlazBlue player. It'll be fun. It'll be good. Lots of big counter hits, lots of very easy to see screen control. And we'll actually be out of the Zato mines, so to speak, because we've been watching Zato for the last 2 weeks, and then we were watching Soul before that. So we've seen a lot of like Soul and Johnny and Zato. But we're going to get onto the other characters. And yeah, that'll be it for this time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It was good to see you all, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas season. Take it easy.